we're going to do a quick check on this taxi car because it has to go on a 6-hour trip tomorrow. 3 hours one way and then 3 hours return. Possibly 7 hours of total driving time. So, as always, I'm going to do a quick check. Tires, check. They're on her. They're really good. They're actually new. New winter studded tires. We're going to pop the hood. I just want to add, guys, all of our cars always has really good studded winter tires here in Newfoundland. And there's a certain time of year that you can use studs in your tires. And as you can see, there's one stud right there. I'll get this snow out of your way. You can see the stud right there. And these are all studded tires right through. And that's what can save your life in icy conditions. And being that this old girl is still in service, and you know, in service really good, you got to make sure it's safe, because they be inspected yearly by highway enforcement. Now, I don't do mechanical work on taxi cars, but I do check them. I check them for oil. I check their brake fluid levels. Any fluid levels I check, stuff like that. This actual one particular car just had new struts installed in the front, and it just got all new brakes, everything new when the winter tires was installed just a month ago. And this is another one right here. This is all that's home right now. So as you can see, same scenario. This is another taxi car, and as you can see, we got the nice good tires on them. And this one is used a lot because it's a 7-passenger. And same thing, it has all new tires, all new brakes, everything's new front end, from link bushings to control arm bushings. Everything, brakes, everything's new. We keep them up. It's the one main thing we do is keep them all up and running. We got another one in right here. Unfortunately, this one's a little bit sick, guys. This one's a little bit sick, guys. A little bit sick, I gotta say. This one has a flu. I think it just went achoo. Yeah, so this one has a problem in her turbo. Not sure if it's in the turbo or a wastegate or a sensor for the wastegate, or I don't even know what to call AFI sensors, but I know there's 2 wastegates in this one. And what's happening is she's losing power, and you can hear swooshing sounds, which is pure indication that it's turbo. This is the 2-liter turbo, and it's a busy little car. So let me introduce them to you anyway. This one is Mr. 2014 Ford Escape. And this one's being sent away, guys. This one's being sent out to get fixed. This one is the old girl. She's the 2009 Chevy Impala. And she's the workhorse, believe me. When everything else is failing, this one is always working. Good old girl. This one is Mr. 2012 Dodge Caravan. This one also works very good, very well. Just added in, getting new links put in it, link bushings put in it. I guess it's a common thing for these because it seems every 5-6 months I got to put link bushings in the front, which never seems to happen to the back, but in the front. But anyway, they get used a lot. Come on, guys, they get used. There's a lot of miles goes on these cars. This one being one of the newest ones that we have, this one right here. Now, guys, let's get ready and check all the fluid levels in this one. We're going to make sure the windshield wash is full. Remember, it has between a 6 to 7 hour drive tomorrow. 3.5 hours and 3.5 hours. So about 7 hours. 3.5 one way, 3.5 hour return. So, guys, being that we're in Newfoundland, salt capital of the world, one thing we go through a lot is windshield wash. we got one right here. And look, guys, it's the only thing that was in the trunk was the windshield wash. So we'll fill her up. I just want to add, I don't usually get our drivers to do none of this. I usually do this in the evenings after they're home for a while. And I like me being the one that checks all the fluids and everything when the lids don't decide to close up on me. And sometimes you can use a full windshield wash a day in these cars. Huh. Didn't have to put a full one in that one. Okay, so now guys, let's check the oil. Look at that, guys. This old girl is such a machine. The 3500 engine, the Chevy Impala. I've done videos about them. You can look back through and see I did videos on these cars. This car hasn't stopped in years, and it's never burnt oil. Never burnt oil. We do the regular oil changes on them. Right now, that's looking a bit black. But I know from experience on the dashboard, I still got like 64% left on oil, remaining oil life. So that's fine. So we checked the oil. We filled the windshield wash. I'm going to look at the tube for the antifreeze, and I can tell by looking at it, it's hard to show you guys, but I know it's up on the max mark, which is basically right there. So I know that that's good. And now we'll check the brake fluid level. And I know it's right up. It's right up to the top. Guys, I check this stuff every day, so I typically know anyway. And I have to say, and I say this to any taxi company, anybody that works for a taxi company, it's a sad day that this body style with this setup is finished, because it's such a good taxi car. The ride of this is nice and smooth. Works, like I said, it works great. They're good cars. And I have another spare one of these over on the other side of my house. So, with all that being checked, we're not going to let this go to waste, guys. We're going to put this in the girl over here. And maybe we'll check this one too. A lot of things that we do with these taxis is a lot of government stuff. So, transportation of clients to different destinations. That's why they need a lot of not work, but checking on things. This, guys, is a 3.6 liter VVT. It has the 6.2 TE transmission in it. I did videos on these on how to check your transmission fluid level, because there's no dipstick with this. But I found out a little trick from Chrysler, and I did a couple of videos on it actually. So you guys can backtrack and check that. So let's check the oil on this one. Again, guys, I do this every day. I know right away, before even, this one hasn't been going in a few hours. That's where she's sitting, but we will wipe away the oil anyways. This one is due for an oil change, actually. She's showing up 12% remaining life on oil. See, guys, that's how these are. They're full. This one looking dark. And we will fill this up. One thing that I forgot to check in that other car is the power steering fluid. And I have to check that. I can see it. It's just coming up the neck. So technically that's full, guys. Nothing to worry about there. And if you guys want to come over and look at this, this is the power steering. As you can see, the level is right on the maximum. You can see the level right there. Max, I know that's full. I don't need to turn the stopper. And I got to look down in the coolant bottle and I can see that it's where it's supposed to be. So I know there's nothing wrong there. And I can see it's full on brake fluid. I know that's full, so that's good. So, oops. I don't have a shock on this one, guys. So that's good. Off camera now, after I end this video, I'm going to check the power steering level, which I do every day anyway. I know it's full, but you still got to check it. So I think this one's ready for its long trip tomorrow. It's a trip to the other side. It's the straight farthest east coast of Newfoundland. It's going to St. John's tomorrow, which it's done many of times, many of times. Every one of these taxi cars here has been to St. John's many times. But this old girl is going tomorrow, and she's good and ready. She has her new studded tires. She has all of her new brakes. She has all of her new link bushings. She's all checked. Everything is fine. Everything is good. We're topped up on windshield wash. That's all good. As I said, that one is being sent away. It's actually being sent to a town called Glovertown to get the turbo fixed in a garage over there. And this one is good for tomorrow. It got some trips it got to take that it does daily, 7 days a week. It's government related client trips. And that's it, guys. Listen, guys are saying like, well, now he's showing us like, you know, these cars and stuff like that. Listen, guys, I don't put these cars in videos because I don't do mechanical work on these vehicles because they're taxi cars. These cars get fixed by licensed mechanics in a garage that we've dealt with for years, and they're excellent at what they do, and we trust them implicitly. There's been times when we've had certain vehicles over the years took to this garage and they've called us and said, nope, you're not allowed to take it out of the garage until certain things fixed. And that's what we need. That's what keeps our clients safe. So as I said, we have one garage that we use, and they're very trustworthy. Two great mechanics, and the owner, you couldn't ask for better. Every time he sees you, he got a smile on his face. He's always cracking a joke. It's the one person in the world that can make you feel good about spending money, okay? He can make you feel good about spending money. How does that work? And trust me, sometimes these vehicles cost a lot, guys. Sometimes they do. So anyway, guys, that's it. I want to give a shout out to Average Joe's here where I live. And those are the guys I've been talking about. She's ready to go. She's ready to cost a lot of money. And this one is ready to go out tomorrow and start making money, as it does every day anyways. And guys, I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, even though I'm not wearing no merch today, we're loaded up on merch again, okay? We are loaded up on merch. We got hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, everything, all kinds of things. Listen, I've forgotten half of what's in there anyway, okay? Also, you can become a member. You can become a member and get sneak peeks of anything that's up and coming before they come out on the main channel. And I'll see you on the next one.